Knuckles Chaotix is back, baby! Hey everyone, Mark Gamer Dude here reviewing Psychic IDW issue 65. After the events of this, I was hoping to find out the rest of the new storylines in the Misadventures arc to be good, and to my surprise, it was! These two stories focuses on Knuckles, the Chaotix, the Babylon Roads, Rough and Tumble, and then Cream and her family, but they all connect. The story starts off with Knuckles telling Team Chaotix about his encounter with Babylon Roads, who steal the relic that Amy helped deliver back a few issues ago. So he enlists their help to find them. Knuckles is questioning the Road's sudden appearance, to which Vector knows that his island is filled with ancient relics, so it was inevitable that the Roads would try to steal something. But Knuckles is more curious as to why the Roads would steal such a specific relic, when the island has so many other treasures that they could steal. SBO thinks that maybe they have a buyer with specific taste. Charmy was gonna call Amy for help, but Knuckles is way against it, as he knows that if Amy finds out, he'll never hear the end of it. And she'll probably tell Sonic about it too. Oh, his pride. Vector is 100% on this, as he has other plans to attend to later. So the boys decide to go to the most obvious suspect, Eggman. After wrecking the place and getting his attention, Knuckles demands that Eggman gives back his relic. But it turns out that Eggman isn't behind it, and states that he will send robots to steal the thing back. Plus, the relic isn't really super important with mystical powers or something. It just has sentimental value to it. So, it looks like Eggman is off the hook. With no other suspects, Vector suggests that maybe it might be Clutch, who he tells Knuckles about, as he has no clue about him. Suddenly, Charmy and Espio return with some leads. Charmy says that he heard from some sketchy people gossiping about the Road's handoff, which Espio notes was very convenient. With that, they take their lead, which leads them to a ridge area, where the Roads are waiting for a guy to show up, unaware that the Chaotix and Knuckles are about to make their surprise attack. And that is where this story ends for now. Our next story is actually connected to the other story with the Chaotix. Cream and her family are preparing for a dinner party with the Chaotix. Vanilla notices that she's out of an ingredient, and leaves Cream alone with the others, unaware that Rough and Tumble are for some reason wanting to break into the household, for something. Thankfully, once they break in, General notices them and is on the attack. Cream hears the ruckus and asks Chocola to check it out, only to get spooked and Rough and Tumble enter the kitchen and scare Cream, which makes her knock some stuff around and cause a big fire. Oh no. And this is where the other half of the Misadventures arc ends. Okay, we are almost out of the Misadventures story, people, before getting back to the main story when Surge and Kid return. But I will say that this story specifically brings us to a lot of big questions, and what Clutch has planned here. Okay, so this story with the Road stealing the relics is something to think about, and as evident of Clutch's possible involvement by the fact that Vector mentions him, and that Jet says that they're waiting for a guy, and that Rough and Tumble are back. Knuckles is right, his island has so many treasures aside from the Master Emerald, but they steal this relic? Why? How would Clutch even know about it? Unless he did his research. And I know people might wonder how he knows about the Roads to hire them, but like I said before, Clutch does his research. I mean, he knew about Mimic, so it's understandable that he would also know about the Roads, especially being thieves. I like how Knuckles goes to the Chaotix, cause he knows and trusts them enough to get the job done. Remember, he did say to Amy that he trusts her and a few other people, the Chaotix being some of those people. And I just love how he has too much pride in him to ask Amy for help, cause he knows that he'll never hear the end of it from her or Sonic. Oh, the friendship. I also liked how we just got Eggman out of the way, cause he's the most obvious suspect, but he ain't the big bad this time. Now, something to note that SBO says here in this panel. Charmy says he saw and heard some sketchy looking guys talk about the Road's handoff spot, with SBO noting that it was convenient. And he's right. What are the chances that some random people would talk about it, and then Charmy hearing about it? How would these random people know about the handoff spot? Was this a trap or something to lure them here? I mean, Angel Island is unguarded right now, so, maybe I'm thinking too much into it, but you gotta admit, SBO saying that is very, makes you wanna think. Back to the other story, it's cute that Cream wants to show that she can be responsible, and General approving of it. I do wonder why Rough and Tumble are even there, though. Maybe it's simply just to rob the place, just to, get their street cred back. We just have to wait and see what they're up to, as the next issue will be all about the Team Chaotix and Team Babylon showdown, as well as Cream and her family defending their house from Rough and Tumble. See you guys then.